Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm your host, ProbabilityOfSuccessZero, and this is a public service announcement. Now, as you are well aware, we are currently quite far into Season 4 of my playthrough of Project Eden, and we've been doing particularly interesting stuff in that. I say interesting, it's sort of taken a bit of a detour at the minute. And today I kind of want to talk about my plans for the series. Now, as you're probably well aware, Raven FF has released a new version of Project Eden. He's bumped it up from version 1.0 over to 1.2. This has caused me some problems because I've downloaded the scenario already and I've loaded it up in a quick test game, and it looks really good. I do like what he's done with the new block configuration and the new item configuration. I do like the new tech tree that he's introduced. I like these things. He's obviously learnt a lot from the Reforged Eden crew, and I really want to sort of bring those new features over into our current playthrough. However, this is where the problems start. My basic idea was to do what any sensible player would do, is sort of create a separate version of our current game in a new scenario with the same seed, and then just move the assets over. Essentially trying to create a seamless transfer from one game into, from one version of this scenario over into the next. However, this is where the problems occur. Unfortunately, due to something that I don't understand, obviously I'm trusting Raven FF has done something to his project files. That means that this is happening for a particular reason. But even though I've got the exact same seeds between the versions, the world as we know it changes. So as you know, in our current Season 4 playthrough, we started off on the odd temperate planet, and we had our base in a kind of little valley in the middle of some woods with a rather large plain to our south, I think it was, not the north. Yeah, it's a bit turned around. Anyway, I've taken the seed of that world, I've put it into the new version, and immediately it doesn't give me a large world, it gives me a medium world, and it changes all the location of all of the terrain, even though it should generate the exact same world. And by this, what I mean is everything should be in the same place, because when I look in the save game files, it's got exactly the same planetary seed number. Everything lines up perfectly fine, but the world is different. And the only thing I can conclude is that Raven FF has done something to the configuration of the starting world, so that even though the seeds are the same, the way they generate from that seed become different. And that's obviously to do with the template files. I can't do anything about this. Well, I could, but I'm not going to, because that I'm trusting Raven's done that for a reason. And if he's decided that the seed needs to change, or effectively the world to generate in a different way, it's because that's how they need to generate. To that end, what it sort of means is that my initial plan of just moving assets over from one version of Project Eden to the next is not going to be so simple. I've looked at potential other solutions of effectively trying to copy the actual template files and the playfield files from one version into the next version. This does not go down too well with Empyrion. Empyrion just has absolute hissy fit over it. This is because of obviously all the data that's been stored about my interactions with the world. when I drop my character into it, it just spits out so many errors that I just think it's not a good idea. So I've come to the conclusion what we need to do is sort of do a very soft kind of reboot. And what I mean by that is my plan is to take all the assets from version 1 and sort of just punt them over to version 1.2. So the world is going to change, but our character and his assets won't do. So effectively, I don't know how our base is going to look. Our base was underground, so in theory that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I may have to do some digging. Jesus, I am going to have to do some digging. That's going to be an absolute ball ache. But that is going to be the situation. I am going to have to just pick a random location somewhere in a newly generated odd tempered world, drop my assets there and sort of try and get them to refit into that new environment. That's the only way I can see of doing this, unless we literally go for a full hard restart, which means the end of season 4, starting of season 5. If we do that, I just feel that is such a betrayal of everything that we've been doing so far. I keep doing this, I keep getting quite far into the game, and then well, I say quite far, I get into sort of the mid-range of the game where I'm a level 25, I've got access to plenty of resources, I'm confident that I can get a ship and travel across the galaxy, and I'm just about to do that, and then immediately I go for a restart again. It's like, I don't want to do that this time. I don't want to do another restart now till Empyrion Studios does the next big Christmas update for Empyrion, which sounds very much like it is going to be Christmas time. So I don't want to do another restart. So season 5, I want to kick into long grass for it as long as possible, and I want to sort of take Project Eden and sort of get somewhere significant with it. We've only just done what, 1 mission for Project Eden so far, and I think it'd be a real tragedy to kind of say we're gonna stop right now and do it all over again. So at the minute I'm putting this video out to sort of explain to you the sort of situation. Because I've not been particularly well this morning, I've not had a chance to do any of the testing or any of the migration to see if I can get this sort of as close as possible to the previous version. So I'm able to create a brand new game and then sort of like shoehorn my assets from the old one into it and sort of make it look as if not much has changed, but a lot will have changed. I'm in the process of doing the testing for that. It's not going well, I'll be honest, but I do know it's possible. It's just that I'm being really kind of very particular about where things are going and how things are done. This does mean at the minute I am very behind with my recording schedule. Oh, pardon me again. I don't think, unless I get lucky tonight, that I'm going to be able to get an episode in the new version done by tomorrow. It's already 6:30 at the minute PM. Normally I have my recordings done a day in advance. I do the encoding normally at the latest sort of on the day that I upload it, and then it normally goes live the next day, so it's like a 3-day process. I don't think in the next 5.5 hours I'm going to get all of this done, if I'm honest. So I'm suspecting tomorrow there might not be an episode. I do apologise for that. That is simply because we are doing quite a lot of changes and trying to get everything as polished as possible before we do the next episode recording. This is why I'm putting this particular video out there's a couple other things I want to talk about. I want to say a big thank you to all those that have signed up as subscribers recently. I've seen the numbers going up quite a lot over the last couple of weeks. If you can hear bangs in the background, you'll have to forgive that. It's currently the 5th of November here, which means everyone is letting fireworks off. And it's really annoying because I've got noise cancellation software running and I suspect these bangs are coming through on the mic. And I'm really sorry about that. I can't do anything. I can't open a window and tell everyone in the country to stop letting fireworks off. Because I can hear them over my headphones, and yeah, it's really loud. So getting back to the point, probably best I don't do any recording tonight because of that other reason. So the other issue I want to talk about, I've lost my train of thought now. Oh, it's subscribers coming on board. Sorry, just getting back on topic after being kind of pulled off. Jeez, this is really loud. So I want to say a big thank you for all those people that have come on board. We're up to, as of this moment, 290 subscribers. Obviously I've set myself this massive kind of goal of getting over 4,000 viewing hours done before Christmas. I'll be honest, if I'm being a little bit overly confident, I think I'm going to get there before the end of this month. I did set myself that challenge with quite a bit of leeway. I think I was being a little bit under ambitious. I think increasing our subscriber base is something that's a bit more ambitious. However, that seems to be something that is a lot harder to do. Unfortunately, that does require something as simple as putting out good content that people like and that people subscribe to see more of, and that is not as simple as just putting a video out and hoping people watch it. You know, when people subscribe, it's a much bigger deal than people just watching. So the fact that, you know, 290 of you have signed up means a lot. It is recognised, and yes, I do recognise the fact that when we were heading towards our 200 mark, I did say at the time I was planning on doing some live streaming once we got to 200 subscribers, and I never did, and I apologise for that. That is because my current environment doesn't sit very well with the idea of live streaming. I have a very busy household, and unfortunately I get a lot of disruption. Even though I make it very clear I'm in the middle of recording, I get disrupted anyway. So with, you know, pre-recorded stuff, it's easy to kind of like cut it out, post edit, or even just switch your mic off if you're currently doing something. If I'm doing live streaming and someone just comes in the room and starts blaring the voice, I can't really do much about that if it's currently streaming live across the internet, and I don't think that is something I want to open myself up to at this present time. It is something that I need to really plan. Effectively, I need to make sure that everyone else is buggered off and that I am well and truly left alone in a period of time. This does sort of leave me with very limited time slots to potentially do that. So it's not something that I can go, oh, do you know what, tonight I fancy live streaming, because I can guarantee I'll be disrupted. Every night, whenever I try and record, I'll get at least one interruption, and I either have to quickly sort of deal with the interruption while I'm recording. So you might notice sometimes you're listening to me and I see to trail off. It's because I'm dealing with something off camera that I'm trying to carry on talking while I'm waving someone to leave, and they don't understand that when my door's shut, it means don't come and disrupt me. So yeah, so trying to do that live as well, someone just opening the door, it don't really it don't help. Yeah, so it's something I need to very much kind of plan around. Say when the house is empty, I can do this particular thing, but when the house isn't empty, definitely can't do it, because I can't guarantee I'll get the peace and quiet to be able to do it without interruption. And I haven't got a quick pause button on my keyboard. I have to physically flick a switch on my mic to cut audio off. And if I'm in the middle of doing something as well, and I've got to take my hands off the keyboard, I can't really sort of hit the pause key in the middle of a live stream. It kind of looks a bit odd. So it's effectively a lot of excuses there, but it's something that I'm still looking at. So, you know, I do remember making that pledge, and it is something I'm still hoping to do at some point. It's just a lot more complicated than I'd like it to be. So anyway, I am going to wrap this quick. It's not such a quick video. Looking at it, it's over 16 minutes long at the minute. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Just wanted to keep you guys informed about what's going on and where we're going. Season 4 is going to be continuing. Obviously, we are going to have to do some jiggery pokery in the background to kind of get the Project Eden up to its new version, and that is going to cause some disruptions to the current scheduling. So for now, guys, I hope this kind of alleviates some of your concerns or answers some of your questions. If you've got any concerns or questions, please leave them in the comments section. I'm always, well, you know very well that I always answer every single comment and question, even if sometimes my answers are not exactly what the person asking the question or making the comment would expect. I do answer everything, so do feel free to kind of drop me a comment if you've got any thoughts. So for now, I'm going to wrap the video up, and I'll catch you in the next episode. So for now, in a bit.